We're the Gamboas. I'm Daniel Gamboa. This is my wife, Shondell.
This is Devin, Aaron, and Rebecca Gamboa.
And we met in 1992.
No, we met in 2003.
2003. Wait.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
1994. Okay, never mind. I was a student at NMSU, and at NMSU, when you get issued a parking sticker, there are various colors, and the parking sticker he had in his car was blue, and so I just assumed that he was handicapped.
But I wasn't handicapped. I had bought the car off of my aunt who was handicapped, and I left the handicap decal on there. That way I can get some free parking and some better parking.
Well, I felt sorry for him, and I just started to, his car had broken down one day, and so I decided to give him a ride and to where he worked at Chevron. And so that's where it all started.
I've had some addictions and drug addictions, alcohol addictions, and for the last 19 years, they've ran my life. I've been pretty much lost in the wilderness. The person that I used to be, I was selfish, I was hateful, I was mean, I was a jerk. I wasn't a good father, I wasn't a good brother, I wasn't a good man. I was just a very selfish and hateful person. I guess I had this feeling that, I wasn't hurting nobody but myself, where in truth, I was hurting and destroying my family. Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde, they didn't know if Dad was going to be mad and upset. They didn't know if Dad was going to be nice, and they just didn't know what they were going to get. And I basically put my family through this for a long time.
Got to a point where it was really bad. Sometimes we would come home after picking up the girls, and we would find stuff missing in the house. The Wii, our TVs, anything that was valuable, they would come up missing.
Well, it got to a point where I had to take the Wii stuff in my backpack to school every single day. And I just stuff it in there, and sometimes I'd pull out my notebooks and stuff, and they'd come out. And my friends would be laughing at me, saying, "Why do you have those in there?" I was too embarrassed to tell them.
I remember one time where I was in the back room watching TV, and my parents shut their door because they were arguing. And all of a sudden I heard breaking and them yelling at each other. And my sisters ran into my room asking me what was going on. So I opened their door, and they were fighting. And then they came in the living room and they started yelling at each other, and I got really tired of it.
It got to also another point where I told my dad I didn't like him, and I hated what he was doing, and I didn't want to be around him.
And when she had told me that she didn't like me, she didn't want to be around me when I was using, it just made me feel like just worthless as a father, that I wasn't even needed here at this house because they didn't want to be around me. They didn't want to be near me. They didn't want to be around me, and it just hurt a lot. It was a lot of hurt.
My sisters were scared and they didn't know what to do. And after that, I was really mad. So I put on my shoes and I was about to walk out the door and just leave. But then my sister Erin stopped me and told me not to go because my family needed me, and that we just need to start praying more. And after that, my dad left for a while, and me and my mom, my sister Devin, and Aaron just started praying after that.
And I started to go to meetings, Overcomers Anonymous meetings. I started to go to the 12-step meetings at Oasis at our church, and somewhere within those 3 months, I think, I had to do 44 meetings. Somewhere within there, God started working in me. God started putting these people in my path. Nick and Lisa Higgins, he put them in my path, and I started learning, my mind started opening up to what sobriety was like, because I was able to actually see other people who were living sober and enjoying life. I was so afraid that I wasn't going to enjoy life anymore.
One thing that really stuck in this whole thing was be still and know that I'm God. And it got to a point where I just became still, and my girls and I prayed constantly. We attended church and everything, and things started to change.
They saw something in me that maybe I couldn't have seen at the time, and they believed in me, and I decided to go do this treatment. And you know, somewhere along those 3 months, God started working in my life. God started helping me to feel with my heart. God started to just open my eyes, and you know, I'm very grateful to him. But what I'm most grateful for is the relationship that I have with God now. You know, he has rebuilt that, and every day I still have to get up and I have to make a decision. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to get high. I'm going to be a good father. Every day that I get up, I have to be grateful for what God has done for me today. You know, and that's sobriety. That's my family, my wife not leaving me, my children choosing to be involved in our church. He's worked a miracle in our lives, because I'm not the person. I've been praying for a long time to God change me, so when I look in the mirror I can't see myself no more, and he has changed me from the inside out, and every day I have to be grateful for that.